Hey everybody, how's it going? T-Ham 141 here, the one, the only. Thank God, as my mother says. Hey, how's it going? I'm hoping you guys can hear me all right because I got a big honking fan over here. I am at my mom's again. We're visiting with my mommy and my sister and my other sister, and my wife is here. And I just want to say welcome. I am in mom's room. Well, it's not her bedroom. It's one of her rooms. And right there is a picture of my mom and pa. Boy, I miss him something fierce. Ain't that something? All right. I don't know how long I'm going to be on today. It is hot here in upstate New York. It was 90 degrees in Rome earlier today. And that is just crazy. And I get feeling weird when I get crazy. So please forgive me for that. Hey, if you're catching us on the replay, go ahead and watch it through. Thanks for coming. If you're here live, thank you for the support. It's so much easier to do a live when there are people in the commenting in the comment section. It's just so much easier to carry on a conversation with someone other than myself. I can talk to myself anywhere. But anyway, I am enjoying this. I have been spending a lot of time lately diversifying my YouTube portfolio and trying to make this thing called the interweb pay off a little bit. Hey, somebody's here. Go ahead and put in your comments and let me know. Ram, hey, how you doing, man? Have you found your place yet? That's what I'm interested to know right now. I haven't had a lot of time to be watching, and I haven't been part of the community that great the last couple weeks, but boy, it's good to see you. But yeah, my mom has been having problems. She's got a what do they call it? A nerve on her hip that is acting up. Oh, you haven't found a place yet. I'm so sorry to hear that. But keep looking. Keep looking. They're out there. They are out there. And we're praying for you and hoping you find what you're looking for in a property. If anybody in or around New Brunswick knows of a property that is suitable for homesteading, I visited a couple of places. Well, you know, when we started looking for land, we visited a lot of places. We looked for quite a while, made offers on a lot of them. What happened with us at one point was we had right up the road here in the backwoods. Oh, it would have been beautiful to have. We were driving and we saw a for sale sign, and so we called immediately from the car, and I offered them. It was 10 acres, and I offered them, 20 grand, 2,000 an acre. And they turned it down. I'm like, what in the world? They wanted 3 grand or 30 grand, and we didn't have that. Yeah, that does kids not wanting to change schools, and I can understand that too. It's important that they stay in the school that where all their friends are and everything. But come to find out, what happened was they had just put the land on the market that day, and we called, and they're like, well, gee, if we're getting calls this fast, then we're going to have no problem selling this. Let's raise the price. So they wouldn't deal. And we ended up losing that land. That would have been, man, you got the Black River Valley sand. So basically you cut the trees down, you bulldoze it, and you got sand. You don't need anything, any gravel brought in or anything like that for your driveways. Oh, it would really be nice. But keep looking, my friend. Keep your head up. Um, just remember, man. No matter what this world can take away from you, um, God can restore it. He can give you bigger and better. Um, and I'm not saying be picky, but be picky enough that you get what you want. You get what you're looking for, because you know, uh, I said for years that in Port Leyden I would be buried in the backyard because I was never moving again. Surprise to me, I moved again. Um, but yeah, uh, so I'm going to get in with the update. You need to start by selling yours. Yeah, that's tough. Selling property, um, it's tough. It really is. Uh, but then you got to make sure you have a place to stay while while you're working out the details on the land. So yeah, it's kind of one of those things like jumping into the workforce as a kid fresh out of high school or whatever. You got to have a car to get a job. Uh, you got to have a car to get to work to have a job. You have to have a job to get the money to get the car. It's that circle that somehow you got to bust into it. It sometimes there's just no good ways, easy ways to do it. All right, update on Wendy. Wendy is doing good, actually. She did her 5th chemo of this cycle, and they are not going to do another chemo in this cycle. What they're going to do is they're going to go ahead and they're going to do, her numbers are up, unfortunately, which is the cancer markers in her blood, I believe, are up. However, that was happening before when she was on the other chemo and the tumors were shrinking. So they're going to do a CAT scan, and then after the CAT scan, they're going to go ahead and they're talking about an herbal therapy that is supposed to be more concentrated, more specific to the area her cancer's in. They can't do radiation on the liver. So that makes it kind of tough. But Wendy's doing good. She's in good spirits. And yeah, she's here. She's in the other room now. She says, I don't feel like going on, but that's okay, man. Being in front of the camera is not for everybody. She is helping me with some cool stuff going on that I'm going to explain later. That just fits her. She loves going through archives and research and searching stuff. And she loves that. My mom, the last few weeks, my mom has a nerve pinched. I think I already said this tonight, but she has it's not pinched, it's a nerve in her hip that is being affected. And this is, good evening, Nonus. Did I say your name right? I'm sorry if I, Menagerie. Nonus Menagerie. Good evening and welcome. Hope everything is well with you. But this is a nerve that my mom is being affected on, that it's a lot of times construction workers that wear the tool belts, carpenters and such, get this affected because that tool belt is riding. It's Sherry. Okay. That I can say. That I can say. Hi, how's it going? But because the tool belts are always rubbing on that nerve, mom doesn't wear a tool belt very often, but apparently the way she's sleeping and stuff, it's affecting that. And she is in excruciating pain a lot of the time. She was crying, and I mean it was enough pain that it was bringing up dry heaves and such as that. When we were in the emergency room, and then they gave her the tramadol and Valium, and I got to see my mom stoned. That I have to say, I never want to see my mom in pain like that ever, but it was kind of priceless to see your mom stoned on Valium and Tramadol. I'm a sick person. What can I say? But anyway, but she was in and out of, she went to the emergency room. They admitted her, kept her a day. They got it under control, sent her home. The very next morning at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, she was back in the emergency room. My sister Tammy and my sister Carolyn are up, which is really a big help because they're staying with her, and we're trying to get things arranged so that when they have to go home, we have somebody that can come in and give mom a hand. She just needs a hand. You know, there are some things, and in case when you're in severe pain like that, you don't think she's got one of those medical alert buttons. But when you're in severe pain like that, and nerve pain, oh, that can be the worst. You don't always think about hitting that button. You're just, that pain has just got you down. And the heat and humidity here in upstate New York is not helping. It was 90 degrees in Rome, and that is just horrid. That's why I don't know if you could probably hear it because I don't have my mics or anything set up. You could probably hear the wind machine fan going. I gotta have it, or I'll just be dripping sweat. And my nice little T-Ham 141 homestead shirt would get all icky. So yeah, Sherry, where are you from? I am in upstate New York. Right now I'm in a little town called Port Leyden, but I live in Ava, New York. I have a 20-acre homestead, and if you check down, there are links in the description to all of our videos and our channel, and also our playlists. And guys, we just love the off-grid homesteading life. We've been off-grid for about 4 or 5 years now, and we started off. Up until this summer, we had 200 watts of solar power. Now we have 1,000 watts of solar power. What a difference that has made. Now I'm working on increasing my batteries so that we can get that taken care of. Yes, if you look at some of my pictures and some of my videos, there is an air conditioner in the window. I am off grid. I have a generator, and on a really sunny day, the solar actually runs the air conditioner better than the generator does. The generator, you can hear it drawing, where the solar is silent. I just replanted we started an experiment. We went to a health food store and bought organic, Ginger Rogers. We bought a cork of organic ginger, brought it home, we cut a little piece off, and planted it and watered it, and nothing happened for the longest time. And then it started to grow, and it would grow a nice tall ginger plant, and then another one would start, and that ginger plant would die off. And we ended up from a cork about that big, I guess. We ended up with a chunk about that big of ginger. Won't last us a year, but it was an experiment, and I had enough roots. I could have started several. This is in a pot, and that when is that coming out? That is the ginger, grow your own ginger, is coming out tomorrow. It's coming. It'll be streaming tomorrow. And so from now on, we shouldn't have to pay for ginger. Next spring, I want to try taking a chunk and planting it outside and seeing if we can, get it in the ground growing. and find out the better properties of ginger. And we've got a new baby on the homestead. It is cute. We have a new chick. We had one of our Buff Orpingtons. No, sorry, wasn't a Buff Orpington. It was a Rhode Island Red. She went broody, and that video is coming out Monday. And that's as far as I got there. The garlic, I took the garlic that we dried in the woodshed, in the rafters of the woodshed. We dried the garlic, and that I took and I cut off the stems about 1.5 inches above the garlic bulb, and cut off some of the roots, most of the roots, but I left some on, and put them in a nice wire basket in the pantry where it's nice and cool and dark. I don't know how cool it is right now, but and that will keep for however long, but it will definitely keep till Columbus Day, when I am going to put the garlic back in the ground. I'm going to plant the better of the bulbs. I'm going to plant the cloves separately. I think it was 42, if I remember right. I got it written down. 42 garlic bulbs. So I want to plant at least 45 cloves, so that I'm increasing that so that we end up getting enough to last us the whole entire year. And I'm looking into ways to better preserve it other than a wire basket, because I know it can dry out. So if anybody's got any ideas, feel free to put them in the comments on how to preserve garlic. I know you can put them in olive oil and stuff like that. Oh, my voice. But and then I have been doing a lot of work. I got to show you this. I'm kind of proud of this. I published my first journal. It's not a written journal that I wrote. It's actually it's blank pages for your journaling. This one, I think I'm going to do another run with more pages in it, because it does look kind of thin. There's the back of it. And it's a THAM 141 Homestead Off the Grid Journal, and I published that. That's on Amazon. And I have a prayer journal. I have a garden seed journal, I believe it is, a garden journal. And then I just did a quiet time diary. And in the quiet time diary, what I love about quiet time diaries, I don't know if any of you guys spend time in meditation or prayer or anything like that, but if you do, sometimes it's hard to say, okay, I'm going to read a small portion, a couple verses of the Bible a day. But what do I read? How do I structure that? And what this does is it allows you to choose. Say you want to read Proverbs, and you read Proverbs chapter 1 through 7, and then you write down Proverbs. There's a spot for the verse in Proverbs chapter 1 through 7, and then it's as simple as, what is the writer saying? Because that should be fairly clear. And then how can I apply it to my life? And then I like to do my quiet time in the morning, and spend some time with God. There's also prayer. I'm working on another quiet time journal that will be more in depth and maybe have a prayer journal combined with it. I don't know, guys. All fairness, the idea stems from the Word of Life quiet time diaries that they have put out, and they are phenomenal. They have commentaries and stuff in theirs. I really suggest to check them out. I don't know if they're on Amazon or not, but I've got plans for garden journals that have they'll have the graphs, like graph paper on top and line on bottom, so you can actually sketch out your garden and how you're going to do that, what you're going to plant where, what you did plant where. Because think about it, man. A lot of times I plant stuff and I'm like, wow, I really liked that kale. That kale grew great for me. I want more of that kale. What cultivar of kale did I get? Where did I get that from? Well, that's where any journal will come through. You just write it down. Now the garden journal and stuff is different than on the inside is this. They have um, similar words. But yeah, I've been working on that. And then let's see if I can take you. I want to go to here. I've been designing some t-shirts. And here is when dragons rule, don't be afraid to raise a slayer. Now, this is all from copyright. I had to do some work on the picture there, but I did not draw that. But it's royalty free and copyright free, all that good stuff. But as I talk to people, they say, "Man, I don't know how I can bring a child into this world, this day and age. It's so hard." Well, number one, you bring up a child the same way your mom and dad did, and their mom and dad, and their grandparents, and their grandparents, and your forefathers have for years, for eons. Well, at least the last 10,000 years. You bring a child up the best you can, and you find your way through it. Oh, you can. Oh, you can dehydrate the garlic. I'm sorry, I'm just seeing the things now. But yeah, Remy, I'm trying to make money somehow. I got to pay for this so I can get some different equipment, and Mama got some medical bills. um, but yeah, this is all with the shirts and stuff. That's what that's all from. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Hold on, I'll get us back. Uh, but don't be afraid to raise a slayer just because dragons are ruling. When dragons rule, that's when we need to raise up heroes. The Bible talks about uh, God rose up certain men and women in Judges to defend and protect Israel, um, and that's important. You just have to make sure that you're raising your child, uh, and uh, try not to let the state do it. That can be bad. Now these designs, I'm using Redbubble now. I want to show you some more of these designs here. Let's see, what do I got? Okay, this one's a little um, politically incorrect, which if you know me, Mom, he hurt my feelings. Today, so many people are just going nuts because somebody says something that they don't agree with. Um, this one I like. Oh, I got a better picture of this. This I have a onesie, and for the little tykes, for the babies and toddlers, their t-shirts. Jesus took naps. Be like Jesus. You ever just want your kid to take a nap? I have. I, uh, um, let's see here. I lost it here somewhere. Let's see. Um, here's some. I am in the off-grid niche. I'd rather be off-grid. Um, Man, think about it. I want to go into this a little bit here because it is so. I didn't show that, did I? I didn't show that. Hold on one second. I'll bring it back. Where'd it go? There it is. I'd rather be off grid. And so many times, guys, uh, what do we do to relax? A lot of us, we go camping and relax. So we don't have the worries of the modern life. Now, not everybody can go through and do that full time, and that's okay. But we want to go off grid. We want to disconnect. Well, that is we Wendy and I love camping so much. It's kind of what we do. We have the all of the luxuries of home. We have internet. We have where we watch our TV on the internet. We have electricity, flush toilets, showers, water, septic tank, all that good stuff. Sinks, running water, dishes, food, fridge, all that stuff. But we're basically living camping. We downsized, and man, that is so relaxing. I don't get a bill from someone else telling me it's time to pay for the electricity I used last month. Matt, what's up, my brother? Now it was an initial investment, but I don't get that bill. Um, and that's a relief. I basically camp out um, in a small house with all the amenities of home. Um, my hero. Matt just got over COVID and um, pneumonia. And we've been praying for Matt. It's good to see him back up and around. And finally, he caught me when I'm live. That is awesome. Um, yeah, Matt has been, when I talk about Matt, that's who I'm talking about. And I've never said anything bad about you, Matt, really. No, Matt is one of the ones who encouraged me in getting our own property and doing this whole off-grid life. Um, but yeah, so yeah, that's why we have. Wait, I'm not sharing again. Hold on a second. I'll be right there. Here we go. It better be good. I try. So yeah, I'd rather be off grid. Um, Different little t-shirts, little sayings. Now this one I love, and this is taken from another saying. And but Satan saw me on my knees and grinned. Then I said, "Amen." Uh, eh, Man, prayer is a powerful, powerful thing. Um, let's see. Gardening is cheaper than therapy, and you get tomatoes. I really like that. I'm gonna have to. And this one here, if I looked it up and I did not find any trademarks on it anywhere, but there was a teacher that taught social studies. His name at South Lewis, and his name was Mr. List. And this was his saying: "Life ain't no ride on no pink duck." And I remember it was so funny to hear a teacher talking like that. I mean, that was just blew me away. But yeah, let's see here. What else we got? You saw the Dragon Slayer one. One, I got to bring up the small overview. Got to tap it twice. My chickens need me. I also have one somewhere that says, I can't go, my chickens need me. So many times I wanted to go camping and just can't because I got animals to take care of, which is fine because I chose to have animals. Um, and that, oh my gosh. And that's part of it. Okay, I do have it. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go back. God has a sense of humor. Just look at me. And Matt will tell you that's a fact, Jack. Um, that I am proof that God has a sense of humor. Here's a little more fiery brand of in a time where dragons are in control, don't be afraid to raise a slayer. Um, Throwing stuff out there to see what sticks, kinda. And then off grid in the 21st century, T-Ham 141 Homestead. Man, I am off grid, but I live in the 21st century. There is no, oh, where did that go? There is no, let me see most of these. Uh, there is no doubt I'm in the 21st century. And rule your roost. And that is a picture of our very first rooster. His name was Buster or Brewster, if I remember right, something to that effect. And he made some really tasty eggs. Actually, his girlfriends made the tasty eggs. Okay, Matt wants to know, hey, how's it going, Jake? Matt wants to know, yes, you missed it, but that's okay. I can go back. Um, Wendy is doing good. She is going to be going in for a CT scan. Once the CT scan is back, they are going to reassess what they're doing. She's not going in for another chemo right now. They are talking about doing a herbal therapy that is concentrated and goes right to the liver. You know, it's a very directed assault on the cancer. Mom is doing okay. She's home. And she's actually more lucid. I think what happened uh, partially with mom is her blood pressure was so high. She has an aortic aneurysm. Her blood pressure was 220 over 90 something. And her blood pressure was so high that they tried so hard to bring it down. They brought it too low. Then they brought it back up to normal. And I think that might have just put her off balance a little bit. Uh, and she's doing a lot better now. Um, Praise God. And we were in the process of figuring out a way to get her just a little more um, help, you know, with the small stuff. We don't want her to um, lose her independence or anything like that. Uh, we want her to stay home if at all possible. Um, hey Kayla, how's it going? Um, oh, but yeah, and Wendy is doing really good. Um, so are you guys up at camp? Um, Also, Matt, did you see my book? It's actually a really nice little book. I'm gonna put more pages in the next one, but this is available. It's a journaling book where you can write in it and keep track of what your dad plants in your garden. Oh, you're up the road. No, you will drop by. Mom says you're spoiled, but you know she still loves you. It was funny. The other day we were talking to something. I said, Mom, it's your spoiled son. And she goes, oh, how's he doing? Or how's Matt doing? Anyway. Oh, nice, nice. More to come. I'm going to throw it against the wall and something's going to stick. But the YouTube is where my heart's at right now. Our pigs are getting bigger. Yes, she is mean to you. Mom is mean to you. But she does it out of love. She was mean to me until I was about 17. Then she started getting nicer. So you got about 5 or 6 more years of abuse, and then she'll start being nice to you again. Beth, how's it going? How's it going? But yeah, we're getting things pretty much worked out. And everybody's been a big help. Tammy and Carolyn being here has been such a big help, because that one morning when Mom went to the hospital, she could have stroked out that night, very easily with 220 over 80. She could have stroked out really easy. But we're getting stuff worked out, and Beth, later on, give me a call, and I'll be able to get more detail. I don't know if people want more detail on it's yeah. Anyway, it's like giving you my address. Ain't gonna happen. It's okay. Matt's the only guy who ever comes and visits me anyway. No. I must be getting old. I used to love the sound of my own voice, but now it's starting to hurt. I got double chins. Anyway, the pigs are doing great. I just had to I filled the first of the month, or towards the end of last month, I guess it was. No, it was just after the first of the month. You know the old address. You stop by the old address, and my wonderful tenants, you probably know them, will give you my address anyway. You guys are always welcome. Yeah, I know. I'm all about me. I've been trying to tell you that for years. Um, but yeah. Let's see here. Too far away to know, but you know the old yeah, you do. You grew up at my old address. It is beautiful. They're doing a lot of stuff on the inside of that is just beautiful. They're keeping the place really nice. I got some good tenants, guys. If you have a rental and you get good tenants, do what you can to keep them. They're worth their weight in gold. But so I was saying, just after the first of the month, I bought 200 pounds of feed, which is 450-pound bags, put them in the feeder. And then the other day I looked and I had to get more feed. So yesterday I put more feed in there, four more bags of feed in there. They're starting to eat a lot, which is good because, all right, we'll see you later, Matt. You have a good one. God bless. But they're starting to get big. In October they go, and I think we might just make the 250 pounds this year that we always aim for. Between 200 and 250 pounds is where we usually end up, and that gives you a nice lean meat with some fat on it, because you want some fat, and it's a very, very good ratio. The chickens, I don't know who was here that heard me say I got next Monday, tomorrow I got a video coming out on how to grow your own ginger for free. Well, it's free after the first one, but then I have it already good to go. On the 30th is our new chick. We had 3 chicks hatch, but one of them made it halfway out of its shell. I found it halfway out of its shell in the nesting box, and it was dead. The other one was all fluffy and everything, and I found him dead, kind of in with the eggs and stuff. I don't know what happened, but we do have one chick that hatched out and is doing great, running around. With my luck, it's a rooster. I've already got 3. My hens can't take anymore. We need more hens. I've got to get rid of a rooster. But that's something. Culling the chickens is culling anything, culling any herd or flock, to me is one of the harder things to do because, I mean, we are a working homestead. We live off what we grow. With, we still go to the store and stuff. I don't want to give anybody the wrong impression. But, Matt picks on me because I used to say, buy egg or buy lead, they're going to feed me. And then we gave a bunch of the old chickens away. But I found out something cool. Number one, if you let your chickens get older, they start going broody. After about 3 or 4 years, they start going broody and propagating the flock. Also, even though they cut down on laying eggs, they still continue to lay eggs. They don't lay as many, but they still produce manure. Manure is necessary, or at least a huge help, in gardening. So the old chicks, they still earn their keep. The old chickens, they still earn their keep. And every once in a while, you go out and you find one just didn't make it, And I hope I'm not all wigging out because I just got my signal up in the corner. Jake, did you happen to see the shirts that I have done? Let's see. Life ain't no ride on no pink duck. Gardening is cheaper than therapy, and you get tomatoes. Satan saw me on my knees and grinned. Then I said, amen. I'd rather be off grid. My chickens need me. Oh man, I didn't even notice that. I'm going to have to adjust that. It cut off the top. I rule the roost at my house. I didn't realize that. And then rule your roost. And that's one of the chickens we had when we first got chickens. That was our first rooster. Buster or Brewster, I forget what his name was, but he was a good old fella. Then you got the traditional T-Ham 141 homestead off the grid in the 21st century. Homesteaders, the official chicken tenders. And you got that. Now this probably looks familiar. I wasn't showing you anything. I wasn't showing you guys anything. I am so sorry. Okay. But before I do, notice my hat. I am so sorry. I keep doing that. Here is the hat. Okay, homesteaders, the original chicken tenders. Off the grid in the 21st century, T-Ham 141 homestead. Rule your roost. Jake, you ought to get this one for your wife. I rule the roost at my house. Now, that's what I was talking about. I didn't notice it. It clipped the top, but I can adjust that. My chickens need me. if you got chickens, you know, or any kind of animal, you know that they dictate how long you can be away from the homestead. I'd rather be off grid. Satan saw me on my knees and grinned. Then I said, Amen. Gardening is cheaper than therapy, and you get tomatoes. Mr. List used to say, life ain't no ride on no pink duck. And it's not. So yeah, there's some of my merch, and there is a link down in the bottom. It's this one, T-Han 141 Homestead. I don't know how you say that, but they wouldn't let me do the whole homestead, so I had to do Homestead. T-Han 141 Homestead at redbubble.com. And as always, you can also find them. I've got pictures to a lot of them at T-Han 141 homestead.com. But yeah, and you know, I found different different places where I can make the graphics. I can take pictures like the one with the dragon. Let's see here, because you know I didn't draw those. Where'd it go? It's not there. Okay, well, let's go here. Come on now. Downloads, merch. This one here, when dragons rule, don't be afraid to raise a slayer. This one here, I had to do some work on the artwork, but I did not draw the artwork. It is royalty-free artwork that is acceptable to use. And I came up with the slogan and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. I also check out on Amazon off the T-Han 141 Off the Grid in the 21st Century Journal. And one day I might actually write a book, but this is it's just a blank journal where you can keep track of stuff. They've got mileage recorder books. See, that's the back. I don't even know who those kids are, but they were in the picture, and I really like the picture. Those are supposed to be chickens. It was my first attempt. Yeah, Redbubble, right now, they actually promote you. My understanding is Teespring, you have to get on their, I want to say, preferred artist list by making some sales, where Redbubble actually promotes your merchandise. I actually have Spreadshop, and then a Teespring and a Redbubble, and I'm putting them on all of them because one of them's gonna come across somebody who is like-minded and wants to have a one of my designs. It's just, you know, throw as much as I can against the wall and see what sticks. But yeah, Redbubble is good, and they're all free services. I do use the paid version of Canva to create some of my designs, and you know, there are videos all over YouTube on how to do this stuff, and it's actually a pretty good niche. I think the best niche on YouTube is how to do well on YouTube. And the different things there, because I'm a sucker for them, because I want to do well on YouTube. My videos are getting better. I'm starting to get more impressions. My click-through rate has been, for the last couple months, has been in the 6% range on my click-through rate. and my viewing percentage is going up. It's 40 to 50%. A couple of them are 60. And you know, it's one of those things where you just keep going. Yeah, that it's I haven't had time to be part of the community these last couple weeks because we've been trying to help out with Mom, which Tammy and Carolyn have taken the bulk of that, and made it easier for me to live because you know Wendy's got appointments and stuff like that. But I haven't been watching a whole lot of YouTube, and I feel bad. I'm going to have to binge between you and between the Traveling Tortoise and Remy, um, Rem's Family Farm. I'm going to have to do some binging here pretty soon, and get my fix of my favorite channel, MB Heritage Homestead, or Farms. You know, all them. There's oh, you ever have that happen? My mind just went like Altruistic Homestead. Um, they I like their videos. They're actually feeding and clothing the hungry and the naked, man. They're out there doing it. My videos stink, but yeah, man, pump them out. Do the best you can on them and learn. There are free apps for your phone. My problem is when I'm doing just a regular video where I'm just talking and explaining something, I say a lot. Anybody testify? I say and and pause, which kills me in editing. I do a lot of jump cuts, but yeah, but uh, but and I found an app on my cell phone that is actually a teleprompter. You can script certain things out. Now I don't want to go totally scripted. Yeah, that was my Taylor Marie. My niece. I don't want to go totally scripted because I want that authentic feel. I want to connect with my viewer, because what I'm saying, if I didn't think there was some value in it, then I shouldn't be doing it. But to keep on track, it's like right now, tonight was kind of impromptu again. Last month, I got the topics of different things I wanted to go over just in case nobody showed up. But Jake, your videos don't stink, man. They don't. They're actually pretty good. The two video styles I do, that kind of oversaturation, and it's hard to get views. It's there are people out there that will tell you that YouTube as a whole is oversaturated, and the niches are getting tighter and tighter. But it's just a matter of sticking with it. If you would have told me that I would have had almost 200 subscribers in 7 months, well, 8 months, because I started in January, I wouldn't have believed you. I mean, what about my life is that compelling that people would sit and watch it? But you know, you just keep putting it out there. You just keep getting better. You just keep learning what people want. I'm trying to learn to cut the fluff. In Monday, the new chick video comes out, that I just did, that has the new chick that was hatched on the homestead on it. And I was making that video, and towards the end, I'm talking about Heal All, which is a plant that grows in my yard because I happened to look down and see all the purple flowers, and it's just taking over the yard, which is okay. It's green. It looks good. But I had to cut all that out because it didn't belong with a baby chicken video. Yeah, we should. Um, I don't know. Right now, I've got to try to find the time. Um, I I'm trying to work the uh, I'm trying to work YouTube like, oh, what do they call that? Starts with a J, job. I have been retired for so long that it is really hard for me to really crank down a schedule. But working the homestead, I'm able to put it into a lot into my life. But yeah, once I get some things settled with mom and Wendy and stuff, yeah, I would love to just get on a live podcast or whatever. And you can, there are podcasting channels and stuff where you can take the audio. In fact, if you pay for the StreamYard, you can get just your audio so that you can take it and post it on another. um okay, I will do that. um that would be great, thank you. Because I don't have one that I can plug into the laptop right now. Uh, and right now I'm at mom, so I'm using my laptop camera. And to tell you the truth, I don't pay for StreamYard, so I get so I'm only transmitting in 720p anyway. If you pay for StreamYard, then you can get up to the 1080p. Uh, but yeah, I will definitely send that to you. I appreciate it. Uh, but yeah, there's so much we can do, and America, man, we have. Oh, that's not a problem. I can get a mic stand. Uh, that is not a problem. Uh, the America has so much opportunity. And with this digital age, okay, in 2020, I wish I would have started my YouTube channel in January of 2020. I had my YouTube channel, but I didn't take it seriously. But because in 2020, during the lockdowns, that's all people did was YouTube and the various internet things. Uh, but I don't think it's that oversaturated. I think for the most part, I'm just getting to the point after 8 months where my work is getting more quality. I have some videos from that I did way back when I started, way back in the early spring, February, March, April, that are just starting to do really good and are showing up in my top 10 videos repeatedly. And it's very, very encouraging to see that, to see the click rate go up, and to the click through rate, and to see the views go up, but also the view time and the retention is hovering around between, on average, I would say between 40 and 50%. I haven't made that golden 60% yet, but I'm learning how to use my analytics and my retention analytics to find out when people are leaving. A lot of it is when I digress, when I go into stuff that really doesn't have anything to do with the video, such as uh, talking about a baby chick video about the new baby chick on the homestead, and ooh, squirrel, there's some heel all. Let's talk about that. Well, I learned to cut that out. because there's so much that runs through this mind so fast that I can't grab it. Well, I have, hold on a second, and I will, wrong one. Hold on a second, and I will, let's see what I've got. Go to the old TubeBuddy. Guys, by the way, there is a link in the bottom of almost every one of my videos to TubeBuddy. Come on, today. Here we go. Health report. Here we go. I have 169 videos. So I am starting to get out there. As you can see in the 13,000 views, it's not the greatest. I've only gained, this is in the past 30 days here. I've only gained 11 subscribers. I lost one the other day, and every once in a while, engagement percent in the last 30 days, that doesn't make sense. 6.03 engagement. That's got to be something different than what I'm thinking with my engagement. Let's see what retention is. Average watch is 31%. Okay, that's not that great. But I'm real popular with guys. Yay. But yeah, I'm starting. I think I'm starting to get to the where people can stomach to watch more of my videos, and because my videos are getting better, you learn, and you start learning shortcuts in the editing. I mean, I just learned, okay, how to in my video editor, I was using the crop zoom pan, and I learned how to effectively go from a full screen to where it zooms in or zooms out, and stuff like that in the editing software, because the camera I have is, where did I put the camera I have? Hold on one second. I'm still here. The camera I have is just I mean, I'm not going to say it's cheap, but it's a Pix Pro Kodak. Where is you? Kodak Pix Pro from Walmart, and it's got the zoom lens on it, and you can hear that when you zoom in. So I don't zoom in with the camera. I do that with the editing software. I use what is it? Cyber Director. Hold on one second here. Let's just see. Cyberlink Power Director. That's what I use. Cyberlink Power Director is what I use. And I'm going to renew it because it's really easy and intuitive to use once you start learning. And I've learned a lot of the shortcuts with the keyboard, which makes things a lot faster than moving the mouse. But I use an old cell phone and a lapel mic to record my sound. One day I'm going to buy one of those sound. They got real nice sound recorders, but you know what? That lapel mic with that old cell phone works great. Your last work video got some good views for me, so I just did a few more. Yeah, you find out what works. And one thing I took, if Daryl Eves offers another 30-day challenge, take it. It is really good. And one of the things he has you do is as you go into the analytics, find your top 10 videos for the last 90 days. Pick the one that is the top, pick one of your top 10 videos that appears in the last 90 days and remake it, because you can always do better after after 30 or 60 days. You can do a better job. You're growing into the video and remake it, and that will start providing you with momentum, because that one is in the top 10. And so that's building some momentum, and then when you remake it, it keeps that momentum going. I find that my generator videos on the Predator generator do really well. My off-grid or apartment homesteading videos, because you can homestead in your apartment. I'm here to tell you, we've done it. When we lived in Penn Yan, we canned. We had a small garden that the landlord, we were in a small apartment and kind of a hallway with some added room on the sides, and we had a small garden that the landlord let us put in. We homesteaded. That's homesteading. Homesteading is a lifestyle of self-sufficiency, but the homesteading in an apartment does really well. Well, let's just see here. Let me not forget to do this. You guys don't need to see me. It also helps to have your all your links in one place where you can get to them easy. Yeah, I lost one guy. Let's see, analytics. Now my flood video did really good. Let's see. Top videos this period. Predator 2000 generator hack. Then I see Predator 2000 inverter coil replacement. Predator 2000 generator won't start. Man, right there, that tells me that the Predator generator is big for me. Anything I do with Trevor's R-Max or when he had his Honda was golden. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time to do stuff like that. Don't wait to start homesteading in your apartment. Tragedy breeds views. Not dry gas. No, I didn't put oil in my gas for my chainsaw and almost killed it. So those and any of these along those, that's how you get your subject line. And then when you go to reach, now these aren't great numbers, guys. I'm not taking off yet, but it'll take you. And I use TubeBuddy to optimize for search engine. It'll tell you how people are finding. The biggest search term that I got is Predator 2000 inverter generator, apartment homesteading. Then you got more Predator generators, and my chainsaw in this 28-day period. So right there tells me that I can build off those videos. And right now, taking some extra time and extra pictures, and on my thumbnails has really increased. I don't want to go back 365 days. Let's go back 90 days. And you can see, I mean, I was, come on, get off there. I was low down this way, below the 4% 90 days ago. And here, I was up from it for quite a while throughout July. I dropped back down with a couple of them because I didn't make two great choices with my thumbnails. But I mean, yeah, right there's an 8.4 click-through rate, and that's probably for the caring for fresh garlic. And my engagement is getting better. Let's see here. What is, where are we at here? Writing Trevor's RMAX. Now that one didn't get very good once you got into it because the sound is horrible in this video. I'll tell you that right now. However, in this hack, you know, I'm above 33% for most of the way. There I am. I found myself. So yeah, man, you just keep going. Don't stop. You're going to make a couple bad videos. You look at go look at Mr. Beast. Look at his first video he ever produced. Think Media. And Mr. Beast has got millions of subscribers. Think Media. Now they're in different niches than we are, but Think Media, he started off with a Sean channel. Sean Thinks was the topic of his thing. He just hit record and started recording his thoughts. And then he started learning about the analytics. He started learning what people are looking for. He started making his videos for the audience. That's my hard thing is I want to make videos. Oh, excuse me. I want to make videos for me. And that's hard because I'm trying to make videos for other people. I can watch them anytime. I live them. But I need to make my videos for the viewer. I need to find out what the viewer wants to see. And it's so much easier for me to just make videos. Okay, I'm going to work in the garden today. Let me videotape it. Well, I'm a homesteading channel and gardening is big, but there are certain things that I just can't compete with the Michigan Gardener, MI Gardener. I can't compete with some of these gardening channels. And that's okay. I don't want to. I'm not a gardener. I'm a homesteader. Gardening is a part of it. It's a broad niche, and I narrow it down kind of for season. I want it to start paying me a little bit. By the way, this is my sister's copy. She was the first one to get a copy of my first published book on Amazon. And that just tickles me, even though I didn't write a thing. It's a journal. I've got other things coming, quiet time diaries, and mileage journal I'm planning on making. I've got prayer journals. I've got, or a prayer journal. I've got a gardening journal. And now that I've made those, I'm getting familiar with the process. So now I can branch out just a little bit. I can start saying, okay, I made a quiet time diary that is, or quiet time guide that is very broad. You can put your own verse in from the Bible, what verse you want to go through, and then what is the writer saying, and how can I apply this to my life? And it's just blank paper with those on it and a frame around it. Now I'm working on a quiet time guide that gives you, like, I'm starting in Proverbs, and I'm trying to make it better. I'm finding out how to do this stuff. But I put it out there for sale. Made $2.64. Praise God. God bless my sister. She said, I said, Tammy, you don't have to buy that. She said, I want the first one. She did. I don't even have an author's copy yet. 150 videos. Well, it's all about combining, getting noticed. YouTube looks at several things. Your click-through rate, so that means your thumbnail, and it is tough. I have learned a little bit about it, and it is tough. Sometimes words are beneficial in your thumbnail. Sometimes words are a no-no in your thumbnail. You want to tell as much about the video as you can to be enticing, but then you want to give enough to be enticing, but then you don't want to give too much away. Let your title do the speaking, and your video attract the eye. So that'll help you with your click-through rate, spending more time on your thumbnail. And guys, listen, I got 194 or 93 as of right now, I think, subscribers. I am not a professional. I'm just telling you what I have learned and am trying to apply. But then your retention rate is big when you can combine your click-through rate with your audience retention. They're saying, oh, people are clicking on this. It's a subject that people want, and it's people are enjoying this video. They're staying on the platform to watch this video. Then YouTube says, okay, send out the impressions. An impression is when you go to your home page, just in case somebody here doesn't know, when you go to your home page and you see those thumbnails, that is an impression. When someone sees that impression, and you know, that's suggested videos and all that, and that is found right here. My impressions have actually gone down. Well, that's 90 days. Hold on. Let's go back to 28 days. I think I like 28 days. Yes. I've got, in the last 28 days, sorry about that. I left you guys back there. Okay. In the last 28 days, my impressions have gone up 51%. YouTube is showing my videos to more people. Why? Because my click-through rate went from, let's see if I can not view. I want to compare. Now this is in the advanced mode. I want to compare. Oh, okay, click-through rate by video. I want to compare over a period of time. Okay, July 29th through August 25th. Okay, this is July. Okay, so the purple is, okay, the purple, this is July 1st through July 28th. Okay, so the purple, see how it was down here in the previous 28 days? You know, it wasn't that great. But then in this last 28 days, I really picked it up a little. And it started to sink. These last little while, this last little while, in August. I've been occupied with my mom's health and stuff like that. But I wonder if a side-by-side table might, no, I don't want multi-metric. Let's see if a bar graph might show it better. See if I can understand this. Y'all still with me? Hey. Okay. Now, the purple is the first one, and the blue is the current 28 days. Okay, even though I started doing better here with the purple, okay, overall, my blue, this current is better. I think I'm just learning how to use the advanced features. But like I said, if you can get your click-through rate and your retention, I prefer to look at the audience percentage, the percentage viewed for retention. If you can keep that around 60%, they say that's pretty good. Jake, just to let you know, Rem is being modest. He's up to 150 videos, but Rem has got close to 2,000 subscribers, and he's in the same niche as I am. He's in New Brunswick, Canada. So he's being modest there, and he is getting noticed a little more. It's just hard. You just got to keep bumping them out. Consistency. YouTube wants to see you keep people on YouTube. That's how they make their money. If you take another thing is playlists. If you can get somebody to go from one of your videos to another of your videos to another of your videos, YouTube will start pushing those videos. They will start pushing your videos. So playlists can play a pretty good deal. That's why I have topical playlists such as my animals. Okay, if somebody likes one chick video, maybe they're interested in another chick video. So when I find after about 3 minutes, maybe people are starting to drop off a little bit, I'll throw up a card up top taking them to another chick video or to my animals playlist so they can find something maybe they're a little more interested in within that animal area. Obstacles on the homestead, stuff like that. But anyway, guys, do not give up. You don't give up on me, I won't give up on you, and we're going to make this. We'll be the kings of YouTube from the geriatric center. Well, Jacob's a little younger than we are, Remy, but he'll come visit us, and we'll start putting out podcasts and joint efforts and stuff. Anyway, guys, my voice is really starting to get sore and rough, and I'm almost out of my green tea. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to lose weight, and I've lost about 7 or 8 pounds in the last few weeks. Because I look at myself on my videos and I'm like, oh my word. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to go because my voice is starting to get problematic. But guys, thank you so much for coming and giving me the motivation and the encouragement and stuff. And I'm going to try to make it to you guys' whether it be live streams or watch the videos. I've got some serious binging to do on everybody's videos because I haven't been able to watch the YouTube that I want to watch because my time is just this last month has been needed elsewhere. But God is good. He's still on the throne, and he might not give us what we want, but I guarantee you we'll have what we need. I think it was King David said, I've never seen one of God's children begging bread. Oh, my battery's low. Oh, man, I can't show you because it won't let me. But anyway, that's good timing. All right, y'all. I will talk to you later. This is THAM141 saying, hey, stick with it. It's going to work out. And if it doesn't, at least you'll have a record for your grandkids and your great grandkids to laugh at. All right. Y'all have a great day. God bless you. Bye bye. And I really mean it this time. Bye bye.